The Good Law, the Bad Law, the Broken Law by Miguel. To follow the law is a good thing. To challenge a law passed by a system with no regard for human suffering is a great thing. The outcome through citizen negligence may have been foreseen, but it changed the world for all mankind. Laws come in all shapes and sizes. Simply put, it is a way to keep order in a world born to cause chaos. For many generations, laws have been changing and improving for the ever-evolving human race. Technology has played a huge part in how humans interact, and therefore have helped shed light on the laws and how they have evolved to help or impose. New scientific evidence in mythology can change the course of legal claims and their outcomes. Boys 2021. Morality and law may seem to share common practice to provide safety and concern for the people. However, that wasn't always the case. Up until modern times, there were laws and regulations that seemed fair to one, but unfair to another. What kind of moral standards should lawmakers follow when writing up those laws? What is the penalty for breaking an immoral law? What are some examples of the past that we can borrow for today? Moral standards for the law. It may sound easy to come up with morals that governments should follow to make sure that the laws being passed are for the people. One standard is to protect innocent, hardworking citizens from unnecessary roughness. If a person has no history of crime and greatly contributes to the community, may laws protect those people from unnecessary fines. Fines such as parking fines, Team 2024, fines for grass growing too large, and fines for not being able to pay taxes on time, IRS 2025, should have a lot of leeway. Providing medicine at a reasonable cost, cut down on taxes for the hardworking class. Great contributors to society are easy to spot and difficult to convince to break the law unnecessarily, unless it's interfering on a daily basis with their family, home, and mental well-being. Penalties and breaking immoral laws. Should a person with no history of breaking a law be arrested for forgetting to pay taxes for 1 year? Should a disabled person that is unable to mow or afford to hire someone to do it be arrested or fined every month until the fine is an unbelievable amount? Society and her people are what keep these fine nations running smoothly. If one is unable to meet requirements set by the government, may it be okay for them to move forward and attempt to fight back. Citizens that have contributed and may have hit a bump in their life may need a break. It should be up to the system to have the people with empathetic characteristics help those people, not break them further or kick them while they're down. Arresting someone for trying to be better members of society after a collapse should be rewarded and helped, provided with resources and encouragement. Incarceration and punishments only bring out the worst in people. Treat our citizens like animals, they become animals. Martin Luther King fought to bring down segregation. Why? After all the years the people of color suffered from barbaric traditions such as slavery, it was time to open new doors and allow those people to attempt to create a new life with new aspects. The Rosa Parks Act of Defiance on December 1st of 1955, where she refused to give up her seat on the bus to a Caucasian passenger, occurred in Montgomery, Alabama. Editors, age 2009. MLK was selected as a leader to spearhead protest of the arrest of an innocent lady. University 2024. This event was one of the leading acts that fueled numerous peaceful protests, demanding equal opportunity and rights. In today's communities, colored is a selection on printers. Great progression has been achieved to tear down walls between people. MLK made a wise choice to break laws in those times and help people see a different side to segregation. The Nazi laws, or otherwise known as the Nuremberg laws, the Rights Citizen Law, and the Law for the Protection of German Blood and German Honor. United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, 2025. Another example of how German people were forced to treat anyone of Jewish descent as less than human. Jewish people were unable to appear in public for long periods of time, beaten, robbed, or even killed for simply being themselves. Article 5 of United States of Holocaust Memorial Museum, 2025. Polish, German, French, and many more countries hid and helped people escape the wrath of the Nazi armies. To break these laws was not about being allowed on the street at a certain time, but to fight for someone's life. Breaking immoral laws have proven life-altering effects, not just for an individual being pursued or bullied by systems and governments, but as a whole. This is duly noted with African Americans being awarded the right to vote after much protesting for the people. Editors, 2025. When people came together, they are able to accomplish many things. The sole purpose of the human race is to evolve together, grow together, learn together, and stick together. Many times humans have been put against each other. Laws are meant to keep order, but at times they do quite the contrary, cause more chaos and put us in reverse. Do we wish to keep moving forward and advance in the technological race, or stay in the past with barbaric rituals and continue to play with sticks and stones? Not everyone may agree at one point or another that breaking certain laws is acceptable. That may be the fine line between order and chaos in a community. One minor law is broken and soon many others could follow. The people that supported racial segregation in the southern states highly supported Jim Crow laws. Jim Crow laws were state and local laws with the sole purpose to redirect African Americans and other minorities from businesses and establishments that would only desire to serve whites. Society, 2025. Segregation allowed businesses, establishments, and even education centers to seat minority students apart from the white students. These laws were believed to keep people not used to black companies safe, to prevent contamination or racial mixing. And other rules were set in place for two people of different skin color to live in harmony. This was the image that was promised to followers and supporters of segregation. When African American leaders and people began protesting from being prevented from drinking from the same water fountains, how did the people who supported segregation feel? Did they feel that the African Americans were being supported more and that their own rights were being removed? Not just sharing drinking fountains, but spaces on a bus, shopping together, and possible family mixing. What kind of thoughts could one think of that the Southern Americans may have thought of when these events began happening? And that concludes my presentation on law and morality. Thank you for watching.